I'm Lucas Peter.
Robert Durant.
And these games are hard, and so today is what, the 25th?
Yeah, 25th.
This is right. Today is when Nintendo is doing their Splatoon 2's global test fire, and so we got a chance to play it yesterday. So Robert, your thoughts on the global test fire so far?
I'm enjoying it. It's more Splatoon. The weapons are new. They've made some changes to the old weapons, which for the most part I'm liking. But I gotta say, I really do miss the Wii U gamepad with a map that I can just glance down at and doesn't cover up my view of everything else. And I don't know, it might just be that I'm used to it, but I do like the feel of the big like gamepad that you can swing around when you're using the gyroscope sensing, whereas a small controller, it's like, I don't know. Mainly that map. Like, I'm really, really missing that map. And I gotta say that they did I was really afraid with the squid jump, super jump. I don't know
the squid jump.
Squid jump. It's called squid jump. I was really afraid that using that, like, on a screen, you'd have to use like the analog stick to select it. You can use gyro, and that feels perfect. It's like using a mouse. Like, you just swing it right over to where you want it, and just bam, you super jump or squid jump. Yeah. And so they did what they could. Like, they did with the hardware they have. They did a good job. Yeah. But I'm missing that Wii U gamepad.
What if you had a phone companion app with the map on it and you could pick who you squid jump to?
I'd totally, like, you get a custom phone Joy-Con grip where you can put your phone in the center and the Joy-Cons on each side. There's someone make that. Someone make that. You're getting one customer.
On Reddit, I saw like people were like trying to make 3D print custom Joy-Con grips to to fit the width and size of the gamepad while they're playing Splatoon, and it's like, all right. I mean, I guess you can. Also, the map. I wish the button to hold them for the map was a hold and not a toggle. Yeah, that's messed me up. It's messed me up way too many times than I can count. Like, I don't know why. I'm probably just bad, but it messed me up way too much.
I feel I can get used to that and it not be such an issue, but like at the start, I was definitely like, this should be a toggle, or not. This shouldn't be a toggle. This should be a hold.
This should be a hold. Yeah. What about weapons? What
Okay.
What do you like?
We're just gonna go through. So splatter shot. There's really not much to say about splatter shot. It's the splatter shot. We can talk about it special though. That's the one that has the Tentazuka. It's Tentazuka. So basically, you have a large reticle, and if you fit as many enemies as you want into that reticle and then fire, and it will rain down sort of like mini ink tornadoes, ink strikes, mini ink strikes on them, sort of like mini ink strikes. So, but it's cool. So the splat roller, so they changed this, and I was really excited for this change, where if you're in the air and you use the just splat forward, you're not like rolling, it will send a vertical, like rather than horizontal, vertical like strip of paint, or ink. Yeah. And so I thought, man, this like fixes the issues with the roller, because what used to happen is that people would just be like constantly jumping up, and then they get a whole bunch of range, and it'd be this wide area, and they'd hit a whole bunch of people, and it'd do a bunch of damage. And I'm like, so now you actually have to aim it, but you still get that range, and you even get a little more range, but you got to aim it now. I thought that was gonna fix the roller. I've seen now. I mean, personally, I don't like the roller. I think it's a good change, but I'm not as excited about it anymore. After using it, I was like, all right, yeah. And it's special. So I was very like at the start. I was like, this is a useless special. You gotta go into the enemy. So what it is you jump up and then you come back down, and any enemy within a certain radius of you just is instantly dead. But the thing is, you need to be close to an enemy to use it in the first place. So you have to get up to them to use it. Then you have to go up in the air and come back down. At the start, I thought this is just dumb, because like it takes 2 seconds for it to happen. They can so easily run away, and it's never going to do anything. It's just wasting your 2 seconds that you could be painting the ground or something. But I realized that you're invincible in this time, which is really not that great. But also, anyone within its radius while you're using it is also invincible. So you can use it as just a shield, basically. I feel it's more of a shield than it is an offensive weapon.
Do you think that it could have replaced the bowler?
I think that probably is what it's doing. Yeah. I think it's bubbler replacement. So this is the other interesting thing. There's no like special weapons that really have been confirmed to be carried over. They all seem very different.
Yeah.
Like nothing's really similar.
Nothing's like same from the first game, right?
Yeah, and the main weapons, they're fairly similar, and the sub weapons are identical. But
for the current weapons.
Yeah, the special weapons are different. So then the Splat Charger, this was the one I was really worried about. Because what you can do is you can charge it up, and then you can sink down the ink, and it still is charged. But I found something cool, is that you, trying to get screenshots to post in our video here, is that you actually can't stand in one spot. To keep it charged, you have to be moving around.
Oh.
So you can't just hide.
Okay.
So that's nice. Other thing is, I think they balanced it because I'm pretty sure that the new Splat Charger charges significantly slower than the old Splat Charger and has similar range.
Faster?
No,
slower.
Like the new one charges slower, so you get that additional advantage of being able to swim through ink, but it charges similar to more of like a 3 E-liter 3K. What?
I think yeah.
E-liter 3K. It charges more similar to the length of an E-liter 3K with the distance of just a basic Splat Charger, but then you get that bonus of being able to swim through the ink. And I'm thinking it's just going to be the basic Splat Charger that can swim through its own ink, and then every other Splat Charger or in the game will have a sort of special, unique thing. I think that's what they're trying to do.
I think they're going to create like a set of Splat Chargers that like let you swim through the ink and then set them out like you.
I think they're going to make everything more like a lot more different, varied in this game. Like, what's the difference between the
like 14 unique weapons or something in Splatoon 1?
You mean like not including item sets?
Yeah, not including item sets, like just unique weapons. Like
I think there's more now. I think that was before like the big second update where they added in the Splatling guns.
Splatling
and the buckets, or the sloshers.
Yeah.
But the one thing I'm thinking, like, what's the NZap? The NZapper.
Yeah.
What's the difference between the NZapper and the Splatter Shot? Like, they have the exact same range. One has more fire rate, but the other one has more damage. So it ends up killing at a similar speed. And I found that those two weapons are so similar that I'm like, whichever one has the best sub weapon. And I felt like there was 4 different splatter shots, right?
Yeah.
5 actually, if you count the amiibo and the Octoling.
Yeah.
So there's 5 different splatter shots, then 3 different end zappers, and I felt they all felt the same. The only thing different was the sub weapons. And so I'm feeling now with Splatoon, the Splatoon 2, they're gonna make every weapon a little more different. Like they're still gonna have a whole bunch of, gun weapons, a whole bunch of sniper weapons, but I think they're all gonna be more varied now. And we're seeing that with how the basic Splat Charger, you can sink down into your own ink and keep the charge. The special on that one was pretty interesting. The hose.
Oh, I didn't see that much in gameplay because I almost didn't see any charges.
See, I mean, the other thing is it's hard to charge it up with the thing. And once you get it, personally, I felt it was not very good because it's very slow to move back and forth, and it doesn't insta-kill someone when it hits them. You gotta keep it on someone, and they can move faster than you can move. And since it's going vertical, and it's only painting the surface it touches, you can't really easily paint ground far away from you. And so I don't see it having maybe in a map that has a more tower-based thing, and you stand up on a tower, then use it and you shoot down, and you just cover a whole area with ink. I could see that, but with the maps that were available, there wasn't a good use for it.
No, I think the way that I'm assuming it'll be used is that snipers use it from their sniper spots and then cover essentially the same ground, but just full on blast.
And so the final weapon that was available in the test fire was the Splat Dualies, and so this is one that was not in Splatoon 1. It's a completely new weapon.
Okay.
Although it functions as
might as well have been a faster fire rate
it's an NZap, really. Yeah. It shoots side to side. I don't know if that actually has any effect. I feel like maybe if you clip a wall, you can get one to hit the wall and one, but what's the use of that? It's
I have no clue.
Mechanically, it's really a visual thing. Is the double wielding, but the one mechanical thing that it can do is that instead of jumping when you press the jump button while you're firing, it starts dashing back and forth. And so a lot of people forget how useful jumping is while you're firing, especially in like Rainmaker or Tower Control, which I don't even know if those are returning out. I got something else to say about that too. So I think it definitely is an advantage that the gun has because it allows you to sort of dodge out of the way of bullets and be a little more hard to hit. I guess,
Yeah.
But like it's not that great of an advantage over jumping. So. Just a word of wisdom from their Splatoon master here at Games Are Hard.
Sure, sensei.
Yes, but the curlers.
Oh,
So the curling bombs. So these just they have a set distance and then they explode, but they can bounce off walls, and they must be the exact same distance as like the the Rapid Blaster Pro from Splatoon 1, because like that's my main in Rainmaker. And I was just hitting these like just and then kill like you didn't see the score, but I got 20 kills in one game.
Yeah.
Or that wasn't actually the game that I got all the curler kills. I got 11 kills in one game, and only 2 of them were not with the curler. Like 9 kills with the curler. It was I'm really liking these curlers, and this is it's a really interesting because you can bounce it off the walls, you can do trick shots and stuff. I'm really happy about the curlers. I would like them to explode on impact, but they go a certain distance and then explode. So it's even more skill based now. So I'm excited for the curlers. These are exciting. And then finally the special. They brought everything I wanted other than dual wield. Well, other than not actually dual wielding. I wanted to take out the Joy-Con separately, and each one's a gun, and then you can freely dual wield. That's what I wanted.
But then, how would that work with a Pro Controller and all these?
It doesn't. You have to use Joy-Cons. Anyways, the special. So you get a jetpack. You just, and then you got a huge blaster. Like it's a blaster weapon, and I love that jetpack. It's it's not really even that useful. It just makes you easy to be.
Yeah, it's
shot.
It's easy to be targeted.
It's really unwieldy because like you're just going up and down depending on like where the level is below you, but it's great. It's all the specials feel a lot more like fun to use, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like it's not just like a aim, you're done. It's like you're doing something the whole time
while specials going on.
And mind you, there was like the Kraken, but I did not like the Kraken at all because you had to swim into. I don't like close range in Splatoon. Like I don't mind close. I say that, but I really like the Splushamatic. I don't know. This Kraken's too close range. I'll say that.
Okay.
It's too close range. I also like the paintbrush. So.
Okay.
I don't know.
So maps.
Maps. Okay, I have no problems with the maps. They're Splatoon maps. There's nothing particularly amazing about. Oh, actually, one thing that's never happened in Splatoon before. There's an inkable surface below another inkable surface. That bridge. And so
that's true.
I'm pretty sure the ink underneath doesn't count.
No, it counts.
Are you sure? Because you only judge by the aerial view, right?
That's true.
I think the ink underneath is only for like movement.
But I think that was the aerial movement thing was mainly because like it was something that was held over from like early iterations of the game.
I don't know.
Like I don't know. I think it does count like the floors. So
okay.
You'll consider that a
That's
floor
interesting
as well,
because like when you look at the top-down view of that map, you don't see the ink that's underneath that bridge.
True.
I don't know. That's the first time that's ever happened in Splatoon, so that was sort of interesting. But my big concern with the stages is they're very open. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's no pathways, there's no choke points. Well, there's a choke point right at your spawn point, right?
Yeah.
But there is no choke points otherwise.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is not an issue for Turf War.
But
for Rainmaker...
For, like, competitive modes like Rainmaker, oh, dear.
Like, I mean, Tower Control's fine, and Splat Zones is fine. Yeah. But for Rainmaker, those stages just don't work. Like, you just grab the Rainmaker, and where do you go? Like, they could have that small choke point, if that's just it. Like, you just have to defend that one choke point, and...
That's it.
That's it, like...
Because, like, how are you gonna, like...
There's nothing, like... So, I'm worried about that. But you know what? Maybe Rainmaker isn't a mode anymore, and they replace it with something else, which is unfortunate because Rainmaker was my favorite competitive mode because you you end up in parts of the stages that never have like team fights, but you have like team fights in the wall high warehouse and like those little alleys on top of the crates, and it was like you never do this in Turf War. It was really cool because like there's this small quarters and you get a whole bunch of interesting.
Bring the
unique...
team fight to you.
Yeah, it was a team fight goes wherever that
wherever the Rainmaker goes. Yeah.
So it was fun. So another thing on a more technical level, because I've played a lot of Splatoon 1 and I noticed things, is that it's a lot harder to kill people. Which, at first I'm like, yeah, I like this. I like having a little longer lives, a little more, like, you gotta really get someone before they die. Like, I'm pretty sure it took one more shot on the splash shot to kill than Splatoon 1.
I didn't really notice
You don't
that
play a lot of
much,
splash shot, though.
Yeah,
You play Splash Shot Junior, so they're all new to you.
Yeah.
I've played a fair amount of Splash Shot and the basic Splash Shot with the burst bombs because I really like the burst bombs. But I felt like it was a lot harder to kill people, especially with the splat dualies, which I think is what's balancing them, like being able to flip back and forth. Is that it takes a while to kill someone with the splat dualies. I found at least. It might also be because I was getting hit with one of the guns and the other gun wasn't hitting, so I was thinking I'm hitting them a lot. Why aren't they dying? So maybe that's.
I think that's probably more the case than it's
maybe
like just more health.
I don't know. But the one thing I realized though is if people are harder to kill with regular guns. This is like it makes one-shot kills so much more, like it makes them more powerful. Yeah. And I was really worried that the chargers would now be even more powerful than they are now, which if you play ranked and like there's always a charger on every team. Like it's one of the if you're if you're good at a charger, you're gonna get up into the high ranks. So I was a bit afraid that they're gonna make them even more powerful. On the flip side, it means that bombs are more powerful, which I really like because they were, for the most part, not very useful. But I realized with a charger, you have to be a lot more accurate. I used the charger, and I was hitting people's feet. I'm like, I heard the it hit sound, but they didn't die. If you hit any part of them in Splatoon 1 with a charger, it
has to be a headshot. Or no.
No, it doesn't have to be. In
2.
Splatoon 2, it doesn't have to be a headshot. I think it just has to be a body or headshot. But like, I hit their feet and I heard the like it hit them sound, but they didn't die. And splat chargers are always a one-shot kill in Splatoon 1. So I think they're balancing that as well, making it a little harder to hit people with the splat chargers. Still does damage, but it won't be an instant kill.
Aesthetic or music.
Oh, I quite like the music. I really like the newer music. I didn't mind the music in Splatoon, but I'm liking this one even more. The one thing, the loading screen, I was playing around, press the buttons and they play the little sounds, but that's no squid jump, Lucas.
No, it's not.
And I'm afraid.
Yeah, because like they didn't really have it in the test fire, did they?
No, I mean they didn't have squid jump in the first test fire. Did they?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay, so we might still be safe there, but like.
Yeah.
That is what kept me playing Splatoon. Like, just something to do between each match. Like, I would have... I'm sure I would drop out of Splatoon in, like, half the time I would have otherwise if I didn't have that little game to play between matches. And I say, like, I've played Squid Jump likely more than I've played some other AAA game I have. Like, just because I play Splatoon so much and you play it during, like, when you're waiting for a match. And so...
Right.
I'm afraid. I don't want Squid Jump back. I want some new thing. But
maybe that they don't have loading games because it loads so quick. I don't know. Maybe you find a match that quickly.
It's the finding the people though that's the issue, not the loading.
Yeah. It finds people that quickly. Except I was having issues during the test
You
fire.
were.
Like, okay, I wanted to switch weapons consistently, right? So like I would like play a few matches with one weapon. Then exit out, switch to a different weapon, and like every time that I quit out and went back in, I because we were playing at the same time, right? And so he would exit out and then go back into a lobby with a weapon, and then he would get a match faster than I did, and my match ended like a minute ago, and I was already looking for people. And I still didn't find anybody.
It knows who the pros are. They give
that's it.
You give VIP privilege to the pros.
Okay,
yeah,
that's it.
It saw that you're just all bubbler games. It's like this guy can wait.
But it doesn't have that information.
I know, it's all hidden.
Oh.
Yeah. Now, actually, I was playing this morning at 7 a.m. when they had it this morning, and I don't know if they're actually doing like matchmaking behind the scenes, but like the matches I was playing this morning were a lot more difficult than the matches I was playing yesterday. Like yesterday, I was just wrecking people. Now, this also could be that 7 a.m. only the people who really want to play Splatoon got up.
Right.
Right. But I don't know. So I'm almost wondering if they do have like sort of pseudo matchmaking behind the scenes, because I did not get any games close
Probably,
to 20 kills this morning.
That's probably what they're also testing too, right?
Yeah.
So.
Anything else in particular? I feel like I've addressed my like I'm excited for this game, but I'm just disappointed about a few things. I feel like I addressed them.
It's more Splatoon. I'm like,
exactly.
There's not
And
much.
the weapon variety, it's looking real nice. I'm hoping all the weapons have that level of variety, because I mean I don't really mind it, but what I went in and I'm like, okay, I want a sort of mid-range firing gun, and I was like, wow, they all are sort of the same. Let's just pick this one based off its sub. Like I want to pick one like, okay, so this one I can actually like go back and forth and
Yeah, I'm satisfied with the game. Like even with the little amount that we've played, I'm satisfied.
Yeah, I'm really excited. And unfortunately, I think it's going to be 4 months at least before we get to play.
E3 presentation. Buy it today. Like.
Yeah. There's
just like, and then GameStop's like, oh crap, we gotta release it. Go.
GameStop one
like they don't even
winds up their curtain.
Yeah. And they just let the Splatoon 2 copies out.
Nintendo just has big box.
They just
don't open until
our E3 presentation. And it's like, what is this box?
Well,
like they didn't know. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. So I've been Lucas.
Robert.
And these games are hard. We'll see you next time.